This is Excellent Men 198, continuing on that story about the honeycomb. We've got an interesting cover here with cables, and I always liked how this artist, Crispin Halo, he would incorporate like the book's title and stuff into his art like this. Of course, famous YouTube video hater, Yellow Shower, he hates Crispin Halo and thinks that he is the worst artist ever. Recap page here, and what is happening is there's an intergalactic space weapon called the Honeycomb, and it is attacking Earth to destroy a horrible psychic parasite. The Excellent Men, they have got a floating barge as a mode of transport, and the Honeycomb, it disrupts its systems, and inside are R2-D2 and Cannonballs, as well as their prisoner Saberclaw. And Cannonballs and R2-D2, they leave to investigate, but they didn't realise that Saberclaw's prison cell, it was shorted out by the attack. And here is the Honeycomb. It's a big psychic doomsday weapon that the Shite-Horse Empire created to destroy planets, basically. And how this is done, this art, it's interesting. This is actually an overlay. The artist, he did all the art, and it was inked and it was coloured, and then afterwards he drew all the honeycombs separately without referencing the actually finished art, and then it was put on top and merged with the original art. But right now we are on Cable's Island Paradise, and the psychic parasite that the honeycomb has come to destroy, it's currently possessing Mistake, and it's warning Cables and Snowman about the honeycomb, and the only real hope that they have against it is if Cables submits and allows the psychic parasite to enter his body. Like I said last issue, this story has got some great stuff with Cables. One thing that might get a bit confusing is they choose to represent both the psychic parasite and the honeycomb with the same colour, blue. The parasite, for example, is shown artistically with like these chaotic blue lines, and obviously that can be quite easily confused for, well, the honeycomb, which is represented with like a chaotic pale blue design. Rouge, she is unconscious in the hospital. She was infected with a disease a few issues ago, and they have brought her to Cable's Island because it has got like an advanced medical care unit, and it even has a stadium and football. But the honeycomb doesn't like football, so it's attacking the island, and the honeycomb, it eats up people's minds, like it sucks them out of their bodies like that. Pretty gruesome stuff. Then nearly all of the Excellent Men meet up. We got Snowman and Mistake, and then Cannonballs and R2-D2. And we have got a great bit with Cannonballs. I love Cannonballs. He's like one of my favourite Excellent Men's. First, he saves a girl because he is a superhero and superheroes do that. And then he has this bit where he realises that since he is invulnerable when he is using his blasting powers, that it pretty much falls to him to try and do something to directly attack the honeycomb, since he can't really be hurt by it. So here is 2 pages of Cannonballs launching into the inside of a sentient psychic doomsday weapon and trying to tear out its technological heart. Unfortunately though, he cannot do that, and instead we start getting loads and loads of info dump stuff. A lot, and I really mean a lot of backstory about the psychic parasites and the honeycomb. The Shite-Horse Empire, they created this weapon to seek out those parasites that they ate so much, but they actually based the honeycomb on the parasites, And what the honeycomb does is it drains the minds out of everyone on a planet, killing all living beings while leaving the planet, like its buildings and structures, intact for the shite-ass people to just absorb that planet and add to their empire. My one issue with this is that in Van Morrison's run, the psychic parasites were not explicitly said to be of intergalactic origin. The idea, to me, was always that these entities coincidentally somewhat matched a creature from the shite-arse's religion. I mean, in New Excellent Men, number 152 or 53, we actually see Johnny Subliminal finding them and breeding them on Earth. And I'm not sure I really like that this backstory, it seems to confirm that the Shite-Arse Empire's religion is completely true. That is something that I think wasn't really considered though. That this is suggesting that a fictional religion is like the true one. There's another problem here, and this is a common problem with Crispin Halo's art. I am a big fan, I really love his art. I think he is like, I consider him to be like one of the best artists currently working, but sometimes I think along the way there's a lack of communication or miscommunication, because we have this bit here that is incredibly confusing at first. We've got two honeycombs, and at first I thought, oh, maybe Snowman's making one out of snow, because, well, we've got that speech bubble there and the colour and stuff, it looks like it might be Snowman, but no, it's actually Lady Mistermind creating an illusion of another honeycomb. I think for a story that is packed with information and high concepts and crazy designs and hyperactive art, that the last thing it needs is a single panel that confuses things like that. I think they needed to lead with showing Lady Mistermind using her powers before showing the illusion, especially since Lady Mistermind hadn't appeared before this panel. But these are nitpicks really. The Excellent Men try to evacuate the population of the island into their flying boat, but they can't get in because Saberclaw is loose and he has locked them out. So now it is the Excellent Men, they are on their own and they are facing the evil honeycomb. This is a really good run and this is a really good story arc. I do think this story at least requires 2 readings because you're probably not able to follow it entirely the first time. Especially if you're not familiar with the original Van Morrison story that this is all spinning out of. But this is very enjoyable stuff. I rate it 7 thumbs up.